Good evening, everyone from the Midwest Central Standard Time. I just received from my disaster prediction app that we are in the middle of an X class solar flare, so there will be strong radio blackouts and health risks and alerts. I suggest that you look up the KP index so you can see how these geomagnetic storms affect us, how space weather actually affects us directly. So, X class solar flares, you can see pretty high up there, right? Typically, we have M class, but we got X class solar flares. They'll alert me when it's an M class and it goes up to an X. When we almost had an X10 a few years back, a 9.3, that's when we had that huge earthquake in Mexico. They had a smaller one, they had a couple smaller X's, X3s and X4s, and then later that day they had a 9.3. These solar storms cause superstorms, flooding, droughts, heat waves, volcanic eruptions, and earthquakes. Climate change is coming from our sun. High risk patients will be affected by this X class. Psychiatric exasperation, including suicide, anxiety, depression, and bipolar. Autoimmune exasperation, including lupus, digestive, and glandular. All biological life, seizure, migraine, cognitive diminution, visual impairment, reaction time diminution, risks increased, melanin and light-based disorders, high risk. I have a melanin light-based disorder, which is why I am aware of these things. Reaction time diminution, cognitive diminution, that thinking slower, reacting slower, and you don't really know why. If you have something like fibromyalgia, you might be in a lot of pain at this time. So I just wanted to send this out here because some of you with the psychiatrics, including suicide, anxiety, and depression, and bipolar, you need to understand how the space weather and the solar storms are actually affecting you. And I just wanted to send this out there for those who support people who have these kind of disorders or issues going on, that it's not just them. It's not an episode coming out of nowhere.